Hi guys, welcome. So today we're gonna go ahead and do a spicy papaya salad. I know what you're thinking, that sounds amazing, right? And when I had a couple friends that were like, I would have never put papaya with the salad. Well, it is. Let me go ahead and tell you the ingredients. It's amazing. So we're gonna do half a cup of mint. We're gonna do half a cup of cilantro. We're gonna do, it says 1/3 of lime juice, but honestly, I think we're just gonna go ahead and do the 2, because I really tried this yesterday and I loved it. So we're gonna do 2 full ones. What I usually do is pull, squeeze, all that good stuff. Now it does a half of onion, I already cut it up, half a red onion. It does 2 garlic cloves. It does a tablespoon of ginger. And then it does a red pepper. It calls for a full red pepper for this, but it also calls for a full papaya, and I'm only using half. Honestly, it doesn't need more than that, unless you're making it for a lot more people. But yeah, I'm gonna do half of a red pepper. And then it asks for a teaspoon of brown sugar, but I'm gonna add a tablespoon because I used a nice hearty amount yesterday, and it was a perfect blend of sweet and a little bit of spice. So even though it says spicy papaya salad, it's a perfect amount of crisp. Honestly, you can't beat it. So let's go ahead and start it off. What we're gonna do is chop up all the mint. It smells amazing. Always do fresh if you can. So it says half a cup, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that off. I'm gonna cut these bad boys up. It says finely chopped. Let's just make sure they're not big, huge pieces, but honestly we're done. So we're gonna throw it into a bowl that we have here on the side, because we're gonna mix everything up. Now this one says a pretty good amount. I'm gonna do a handful of it, to be honest, just because it plays really well with the mint, and the salad mixture of all of this is just, it's unstoppable, the taste. It really is really good. You know what I like about it is that it's a different take to a salad, right? It's not your regular just kale or lettuce salad and tomato. This has a little bit different flavor, but it's a nice, sweet and spicy flavor to it. So what I'm gonna do is do the onion now. It's half of an onion. Don't overthink it, it's just half of the red onion. We're gonna do fine pieces. We don't want big old chunks when we're biting into it. Let's go ahead and do the garlic cloves. Remember, it's only 2 of them that we're doing, so we only need 2 little garlic cloves for this. And honestly, if you have a nice chunky garlic clove, I think that's sufficient enough. What I did yesterday is I used 2 little cloves, and which is probably the equivalent of this bad boy. Yeah, so what we do is I hit it down with this garlic with a knife, and it's easier to peel off. Chop off the ends of it, and then go from there. Now you want to cut this mince just for the purpose of the chunkier they are, it's going to be a harsh bite when you're trying to get to it all. It's just not delicious to taste garlic on its own. So make sure it's minced. Take your time with this. If you don't have a little garlic mincer, then that's fine. Just go ahead and just chop it up, take your time, and slice it. So yeah, back to the papaya. I love it. I'm a huge fan. I kind of wanted to change it up with the way I approach just eating papaya by itself. So I wanted to see what was going on. And of course, luckily, Pinterest has tons and tons of recipes. I think that's what I like about it, is that they have so many recipes. You can always change it up a little bit. So it asks for a tablespoon of it, and it's perfect, I think. Of ginger. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. Brain fart. So it says a teaspoon of brown sugar, but I'm gonna use a nice hearty amount of it. So I got a big spoon and I'm just throwing it in there. Un poquito más, right? Just a little bit more. Oh, a nice blend of it. I already rolled it. Roll, so we can squeeze the majority of it. Here we go. Let's squeeze both of these bad boys in here. I personally don't want to deal with the seeds during the cutting process because it's just dirty. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these seeds out. I love a good papaya. Look how easy that comes off. It honestly is just perfect the way it slices off. That's how you can tell that it's a nice, ripe, delicious papaya. You know, look. It's so easy to come off. Oh, I just love that. I guess because I like softer foods. I've always been, like even when I was young, don't laugh. I think I was up to the age of 5 and I would beg my mom for soft foods, the baby foods. I wouldn't want to eat any, I remember this clearly because they had Handy Andy here in San Antonio. And I was like, I knew exactly where that aisle was. I can see it in my head, it's funny. When you walk into the store, it was on the right side. You'd walk in and I would grab at least 10 bottles of baby food. Well, I don't know exactly what I was eating, but I'm sure it was like fruit or something of that nature. Done? Woohoo! Okay, so I'm gonna go cut these in chunks. I don't want big, huge pieces because I want it to blend really well with everything else. So I'm gonna cut it, and then cut those into pieces. Okay, so here we go. Everything's in the bowl. Let me come around to you so you can see it. So what we do is now we're gonna mix it into the bowl and we're just gonna turn it nice and over. Turn it nice and over. Look at those colors coming into that salad. We're bringing back that brown sugar, we're mixing it together. You know what I'm gonna add to this at the very end, once I kind of mix it a little bit well, is a little bit of pepper. Nice fine pepper. My goodness, doesn't this just look so delicious? Woo. Can't beat that. I can smell the mint easily just because it's already making a good mix. Add a little bit of pepper just to give it a nice little kick. Should have mentioned that from the get-go, but just came to me. You know what I like? That the juices from the lemon is really savoring into these pieces. So, look at that. My goodness. Doesn't this just look delicious? You know, honestly, it doesn't, it stands alone. We're almost done. See how long it didn't take, like it was just what, top 5-10 minutes? I think the longest part is just chopping everything up minced. But other than that, we're good. It's just perfect. Let's try it out. The freshness of the papaya mixed with the jalapeño. It's the sweet and spicy. I don't know why they didn't call it just a sweet and spicy papaya salad, but they call it spicy papaya salad, and it is so good. I'm so glad I can show you this. Please let me know if you like it. And to my Instagram at Jose Not One, or just on Facebook or my YouTube channel on Jose Zamorano. Excuse me if I have grit in my teeth. But this is really good. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again.